So Bitcoin is sitting at $66,000, as you can see, and the overall case scenario of Bitcoin hasn't changed. It is right now fighting for the support of $66,000, and it had a wick to 65,900. We did see that part, but there is nothing as a shock that I would say is coming. I had offered you multiple cases of why a retracement makes sense. I told you, showing that BTC wants to go and test the support. Of course, you will have a quicker confirmation at 66,800. The moment it starts breaking below 66,800, that will indicate, it's just an indication, it's not a support, it's nothing. It's an indication that it wants to go down, and of course it is going to go and test the support of $65,000. This movement of 100% up should have a, it doesn't need to, but it should have 50% retracement at least, and 50% retracement is at $64,000. Then I told you that $64,000 is also the neckline support for this double bottom, on the basis of which it started pumping up. So all that being said, there were multiple levels of reasons why $64,000 makes sense, and 64 is it's a pretty solid support area. To be very frank with you, something I didn't share in my other videos is that the area of $64,000, and I told you 65 is the psychological, so they might as well want to stop on 65. It wouldn't come as a shock, but 64 is the support based on technical analysis. This area is also a level of support for the overall double bottom, which is a big ass double bottom, something that caught a lot of people off guard, and I don't blame anyone. When it started going up here, we thought that now it is moving up, but it started doing a retracement, and this was horrible. Of course, there was an attack. We blame the attack. If you're hearing sounds, it's my cat. So based on this double bottom, something that is extremely bullish and can send Bitcoin to 74, no problems at all. This neckline support is also at 64. Of course, last time it failed, but this time it created another double bottom here. The double bottom that we were just looking at, this is on a larger time frame. This is on a daily. We were looking at 4 hours. So we were looking at this small ass double bottom, and when we went up, and I told you that this is the retracement of 100%, but if you look at the larger story, it's a whole different case scenario. Anyway, that being said, so this $64,000 is, it has support from so many perspectives. It's not just support from one angle, it is support from so many angles, and technically it should hold. If it doesn't hold, then your next line of support for the overall bullish rally is at $64,000. It's at 62, and there will be a wick at 62. So there's liquidity sitting at 61,600. So what happens is that when it comes to 62, there will be a dramatic quick drop towards 61,600, or maybe 61,500 or 300 or 400. It would be a wick like this, and then it would disappear in 2 minutes. So it will drop like this, then it would disappear. It is just to take that liquidity. I think it's around 200 million now and over there. So these are the longs that it can come and liquidate and then go. It's not a massive liquidity. That's why Bitcoin didn't show so much interest in it when it started its rally. It didn't show any pullbacks to first take that and then go. It didn't happen. Bitcoin continued to move up because Bitcoin has way more liquidity up there that it wouldn't care about coming down and getting rid of these people. It can get rid of people that are sitting at 70 and 72 who are enjoying their life from previous 8 months. They have opened their shorts. They're running shorts. All that stuff is there. But the 61,600 is still there, and if you look at it from so many perspectives, even if you look at it from 6 months perspective, still that area makes sense. But that will happen if we lose 64. 64 is a good solid support. Once that breaks, then I would know that it is going to go towards 61,600. Then people will think, oh, it's going to go towards 50s. It will not. and then it will start running like crazy again. But for that it needs to go to 64. If the 64 is not breaking, it is not going towards 61,600, the market will forgive those people. They will continue to sit there. That liquidity will survive. Market wouldn't bother because it's not that crazy. It's not like the liquidity at 70 and 72, which is around $10 billion altogether. But that is in numbers. In terms of liquidation, I think that would be a liquidation of around $1 billion or so. But it will be a crazy liquidation. So the moment it goes and crosses 70, 72, so there's going to be a crazy price wick towards 74 and a bit more. It would be just because of the fact that we will kill those shorters that are sitting there from a very long time. Apart from that, there's nothing much to offer. We already expected a pullback. It is happening. We were expecting it to go down. The only other thing that right now I'm seeing is just deliverance on the promise. So I think pretty much it should go and test 65 at least, the psychological support. And if we are going to 65, we might as well test 64. So those who are trying to enter into the market, hold your horses a bit more. I know it's painful to hold considering how it is reacting to 66 and it is going down slowly. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is painful for people who are just waiting.